Welcome back, everybody, to Man Bites Film. My name is Louis, and Brandon just farted. Let's do this one more time.
I was like, fuck. Oh, damn, that's a bad one, my B. My B, dude. Woo! You smell it?
No.
Oh, dude.
Alright, so let's do this.
Wow. Okay, that was funny as fuck. Like, I'm raising my leg up, and you're like, hi, I'm Louis. I'm like, fuck.
Alright, everybody, welcome back to Man Bites Film. My name is Louis. This is Brandon.
What's up, guys?
And he just farted, so it's kind of stinky in here, and, you know, yeah.
No, we did a double take, because
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, false start. Fucking farted and then started laughing, so, you know, it kind of ruined the whole
I'm
thing.
sorry. It was funny. I'm sorry. Are we going to continue doing this again?
Huh? No. It smells like Burger King, dude. What the fuck?
I'm telling you, I told you, man, it was really bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sorry.
Alright, so today we're actually going to be reviewing Psycho, but this is not the usual Psycho. We actually were able to watch it on a 35mm print in Miami Beach, which was actually freaking awesome, in an actual theater with a bunch of film addicts, basically.
Yeah, if you ever want to check it out, O Cinema. There's a bunch of them, but we went to the one on the beach.
What was the name of the place, the group that does it?
The Secret Celluloid Society. They do every Saturday at 11:30. They're showing movies off. Like next week, they're showing off Blade Runner.
Yeah.
The final cut of Blade Runner, and then after that, it's Pink Flamingos. Don't watch that,
Pink
please.
Flamingo. Oh my god.
But
Okay, so Psycho. This is the story of, if nobody, and you've lived under a rock for god many freaking years.
Yeah.
Psycho is the story of Norman Bates, and his psychoticness.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. But the main character that it follows is, what's her name again?
Janet Leigh, which is Marion Crane.
Yes.
So Marion Crane is having sexual relations with a man who has just been divorced recently, which I didn't know this, thanks to Louis. Basically, and she goes to work one day, and her boss brings in, I don't know where they work, it's an insurance company or something like that?
No, it was like a mortgage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that whole thing.
So Marion's boss comes in, and he brings in a man who I'm assuming is very wealthy.
Yeah.
And
it's like some southern crazy Texas accent, and he's very like handsy and very like touchy wannabe. Like,
for 60s, it's kind of racy what he says there at moments. You're like, ooh, this feels weird.
Yeah.
But so he basically is trying to buy a house for his newlywed daughter in $40,000 in cash, which at the time is a lot of fucking money. And Marion's boss tells her to go deposit the money, and Marion takes the money and runs with it because
which was very interesting for the 60s. I mean, 61. To be able to say that a woman just stole the money and dipped, that's pretty fucking racy. That's pretty out there for 61. I love that. That's what's good about Hitchcock films, though. His films are so ahead of the time and push the envelope. In film, it's...
But also, like, why does she run? We haven't talked about this. Like, why does she run? Is it because she wants to be with her lover because he does not live where she lives? Or is it because like she feels trapped by just life in general?
No, she was saying because the reason that he couldn't be with her was because he has his debt and all this stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And he's like, you know, I need to pay it off before we could be together. So she figured, hey, solution. I have money. We'll pay off everything that we have.
I'm gonna steal it.
We could go live together.
You know, whatever. If I go to jail or whatever at the time. So yeah, she takes the money, runs, and one night it's pouring rain. She can't really see. She's tired. And she stops off at the Bates Motel.
Oh, hold on. You're missing a very
okay.
awesome part.
I'm sorry.
Right.
The police officer stops her because she falls asleep.
Yeah.
She basically pulls over and falls asleep on the side of the road. And there's those weird shots with the exchange, the very close-up shot of the police officer. Yeah. He knows that something is wrong because I don't understand why. She acts very suspicious. She's like, why do you need my license?
She's nervous. I mean, this is, again, 61.
Yeah, I know, but...
barely just got their rights to vote. They're so controlled and oppressed by men at that point that it's like...
Yeah, true.
You know, she feels that, like...
Yeah.
Doing something wrong.
And on top of that, she stole a very large sum of money at the time, so...
And the interesting part, and this is the reason I didn't want to skip over it, is because the suspense that builds... in this scene, it leads to like this tension that
it's like a precursor for what is to come, basically later in the film.
And it's so good. It's as good as like a freaking chase scene from like Italian Job and all this stuff. It feels as exhilarating as that in a suspenseful way, which is masterfully done by Hitchcock and his team. Like his editing team must have been superb.
I'm sorry, I thought my dad was here. My apologies. I was like, oh, we're about to be interrupted, but it's okay. So she stops off at the Bates Motel, and she meets Norman Bates, who is the owner of the motel. There are 12 vacancies. No one is staying there at the moment, and he lives on this house on a hilltop right behind the motel.
Which, if you've never seen the Psycho House, goddamn, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that is like one of the most iconic film history like houses.
Yeah.
All right. Universal Studios used to have it on their back lot. I mean, it's one of the most iconic things in cinema. Period. It's beautifully done, and the way that it's silhouetted.
And it's such a creepy, ominous house. Yeah. So he lives there with his mother. His mother does not leave the house. She is there. She is you basically find out later she's invalid. She's an invalid. She cannot move.
And all you see is her silhouette.
Her silhouette in the windows, and it's creepy.
It's so cool. It's so interesting.
This is what I find to be probably one of the most interesting parts of the film is the interaction between Norman and Marion. You could tell, and his mother.
That tension that they build, all three of them in that weird combination.
Yeah.
It's so interesting and so out there.
Like Norman is, there's spoilers again. We're gonna go into spoilers, so you don't know it at the time, but Norman is of course a very troubled human being, and it kind of alludes to that. Like his smiles, the way he talks to her, the taxidermy,
and the scene where she mentions the psych house.
Yeah, and he
goes nuts. With
like he basically tells her, he's like, you don't know how they look at people, meaning like kind of alluding that he has been in one of those before, and then the whole like interaction with Norman and his mother in the house. He's
that
like
argument that you hear, that she hears and overhears the whole conversation. That was really interesting, really awesome, and really well done for that time. Like it's very subtle, and that subtlety is so interesting to watch on a 35mm print, much less, and then black and white, and just the story and the pacing do not take a toll from the age of the film and the fact that it is in black and white. A lot of people can't stand black and white films.
I don't mind it.
I know, but there's a lot of people that are not into cinema.
I know what you mean.
Will not watch black and white films. This does not feel like a black and white film.
You know what's hard for me to watch instead of black and white? Silent films. Silent films are kind of, for me personally, they're kind of difficult for me to watch at moments.
Yeah.
But
you gotta be in the mood for it.
You do, but little tangent. So then the movie goes into what is probably arguably the most iconic scene in film history. With the screeching violins, where Norman's mother comes in and basically kills Marion as she is taking a shower. And it's
incredibly done because it's not gory. And that's the thing about Hitchcock films, they're not gory.
Yeah, they're not gory. And we didn't mention this in the earlier, but we thought it was done on purpose. The audio in the theater was extremely loud. And that scene when she is getting stabbed to death, there's these screeching violins, and like at a moment I was like, stop, this is hurting my ears. It's very uncomfortable, and like you said, there's no gore, but it still feels very like
undertone to it,
because like you see the knife sliding on her flesh, and it's like very uncomfortable. And it's like no gore, there's no blood. There's blood, but it's not like spraying all over the walls or anything. It's done with taste. And
it's really well done. That whole scene is beautifully done.
And the way it's shot when she opens the curtain and you just see the silhouette of the mother and she just raises up the knife. And Marion, the very famous scream, and then she just starts getting stabbed to death.
And then watching that on 35mm print with the little pops and the little scratches and everything, and the film was incredibly in good shape.
Yes, it was.
For a 35mm print.
I'm thinking it's a 35mm
redone,
somewhat restored.
Somewhat? No, a lot.
Yeah, a lot restored. I sincerely doubt they got their hands on a original 35mm print of Psycho. I sincerely doubt it. Mind you, this is a little small, I apologize, hipster-ass theater in fucking Miami Beach. Like, I sincerely doubt they got their original print. They probably got a restored 35mm print of the film. But nonetheless, very good quality of the film. There were no tears. There was nothing very jarring.
Missing nothing at all. So the film goes on, and it actually, basically, they send a detective to try to find this woman, and the whole story progresses as them trying to find the money, the people from Arizona that she stole the money from.
Yeah, it's her little sister and the man that she was having relations with. They team up to basically find Marion.
Yeah.
And that
interesting.
The part of the film is fine, but I think the highlight of the film is still the interactions between Marion and Bates. You know, that's the highlight of the film.
So, if you haven't seen this film, please go out and watch this. This is a must watch. It is a fantastic film.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch on the spoiler on that, but I do.
Oh, you want to leave it spoiler free?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Not with the big spoiler, at least. All right. For the idiots that haven't seen this, and you idiots, you better watch this.
Yes, please. It's so hard. I want to talk about the spoiler.
No. But I do want to talk about the end scene, that monologue scene.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh shit, this is gonna be hard. Okay, fuck, I'm gonna try.
So let me set it up. At the end, they catch the person that is involved in the murders, and they have them in the police station. But there's a scene where the person that did the murder and everything is sitting on the corner of an empty room, and it's
with
all
a blanket
voiceover.
Yeah, it's just a shot of the person sitting on the chair with a voiceover, and it's this monologue how they're gonna show the cops that this person is innocent, that they wouldn't do anything to anyone, and the scene ends. This is my favorite scene in the film, with the line, "Blank gender, like he or she, wouldn't hurt a fly," and the person smiles, but it's this very ominous, creepy smile, and the shot like pulls back and kind of fades, and you see a skull, and then they're pulling out the car from the tar pit right behind the Bates Motel.
And I love that fact that they concluded it so perfectly. It was a complete perfect roundabout, and it ended the main story, which was the fact that they stole the money. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Most films don't do that. Horror films don't do that.
We're talking about like how many people has the person killed, you know,
and
like
stuffed in the tar pit.
Stuffed in the tar pit, because the first time, we were talking about the shower scene. Can we tell who put it in the tar pit or no? No. Okay. So the person that puts Marion and her car and all her belongings in the tar pit, at first the person's like, I don't think that's going down, and then it kind of over time it's like,
that scene is so good though.
Yeah.
That scene is
like he's just
so
what
tense.
the fuck is he eating throughout the entire movie?
I think it's seeds.
Like he's just every so often you just see Norman like basically put something in his mouth. It looks like a pill.
I forgot.
I wonder if it's a pill.
No, I don't think it's a pill, because I think I remember hearing in one of like the special features of Indiana Jones that he copied that Norman Bates little trait of eating and seeds and stuff like that.
Yeah, so the thing,
I think it might be seeds. It might be sunflower seeds.
Yeah, so the thing is like basically like you see the car go down, and then later on when the private detective is killed, it's assumed that they stick him in the tar pit also. But then at the end they ask, are there any missing persons reports? And the guy is like, there's about 3. 3? But God knows how many other women have just gone missing and no one cares.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't been reported missing. They have no families for whatever reason, you know?
Yeah. So, Psycho. 1961, 62, might be one of the two.
Yeah.
This is the original
60,
Alfred Hitchcock.
I'm gonna say 60.
Okay, so somewhere between 60 and 63.
Okay.
How about that? That way we could cover our bases.
There you go.
So
we should have done our homework.
I apologize. We're trying to do all this stuff. Whatever. So, anyways, please check this film out. If you could get your hands on it, watch it. This is something that could be enjoyed by the whole goddamn family, from the grandmother to the kids. You know, it's kind of a little bit distasteful for the kids, but if you want to,
it's
give
not
them
even
a
about
scare.
the gore for the kids.
No,
it's just
the story.
The story. It's slow. It's not really a children's movie. Even
it'd be pretty entertaining to show a child, though.
Just certain scenes.
Show the child.
I disagree, but he's fucked up. He saw a lot of fucked up shit. He showed me a lot of fucked up shit. That's probably why we're like this.
Yeah. So, please watch this film. It's really enjoyable, and of course, I want to do a shameless plug of Brandon's show.
Yeah, Gameside Manners. So you like video games and just friends talking shit, I showed Lewis an episode of ours where I basically,
that shit was awesome.
Yeah, I basically played Friend Zone Simulator 2015. Go check us out. The game's called Emily's Away, but we call it Friend Zone Simulator. Yeah, we play games, we talk shit, and they're short episodes daily. Right now I'm revamping the show, so we're kind of on a hiatus. But yeah, check us out. Gameside Manners. Thank you.
And we're going to set up the link below, all that stuff, and any other links that are coming up with Gecko Film Productions. GeckoFilmProduction.com. Check that out. That's where you'll be able to see our show every week, and I'll be able to link up Brandon's show on there as well. And, of course, subscribe, comment, share us on Facebook. We're posting everything on there now.
Yeah, social media in general.
Please join our page on Facebook and everything, and we'll see you guys next week. My name is Brandon. My name is Lewis.
That is the best bloopers. Bloopers.
So my name is Lewis.
I'm Lewis. I'm Brandon. See you guys. We'll see you next week. That was the best outro ever. Bye, guys. That was the best outro ever. Bloopers for Man Bites Film.
Didn't record.